I'm just looking forward for the game against Tottenham on the 1st of November in Marseille.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to watch this one because it's going to be probably crucial for the top of the table, so the group. So it's good. It's good because the start of the competition was very poor in terms of performances, in terms of behavior from the players, and it seems that now they have been playing the different way, more confidence. But this is football, Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and you need to learn from your mistakes. And this is what they did, I guess.
David, tell me, what have you thought about your old side Tottenham this year so far?
But this is pretty good. I mean, I watched the game last night against Frankfurt. They were a very strong team. They play, and I was actually until the end of the game, because they scared us until the end with the second goal from Frankfurt on corners. But defensively, they're very, very strong. Tactically, the way they play under Conte is very good. And they can always rely on Son and Kane up front to score goals. And last night they were amazing again. Tottenham, they are contenders for everything. But like in the past, Tottenham have been contenders many, many times. And towards the end, there's always a lack of something. And hopefully this year is going to be different, and Tottenham will be successful. So I hope for them, because they deserve it. Just thinking about the fans, about everyone. But last night it was a good performance. Honestly, overall, watching the game, the way they play, the passing game is good. And as I said, they defend pretty well. Until Hugo Lloris. And mistake, shall I say, because he should have avoided the corner. But it happened in the game, so you don't have to give grief to him.
So, David, looking at it, Manchester City with Haaland, he's a beast, David. You know what I mean? You'd love to play with him and get the ball in the box. Right?
He is amazing.
Brilliant.
He's actually amazing. He surprised me a lot, because when I was watching him playing before he signed for City, I mean, he was really good, but now he's on a different planet. I mean, he's strong. He reminds me a bit of Ibrahimovic in some ways, but with even more qualities. I mean, he's strong. He's good in the air. He's got a great ability with the feet.
Everything, David, hasn't he? Everything. He's quick, he's strong.
This kid got everything, yeah.
So, David, do you think... Look, I'm watching as many games as I could over these last two nights. Napoli looks strong. Bayern looks strong. But apart from that, I think City are really... This could be the missing ingredient for City to be champions of Europe. Do you think they're favourites in your mind? Are they big favourites? They're the team everyone has to beat?
Every year, Man City is the one to beat. Every year, City is the citizens are probably the best contenders for winning the Champions League. But it's always, you know that, guys. I mean, football games is never written before. You just have to wait. Sometimes you make mistakes and you don't count on those mistakes. And it happened in the game because footballers are not robots, and sometimes they do mistakes that they normally never do. So, look at Paris, the problems they have with Mbappé, Messi, Neymar. When you think about those players, you put on the team sheet and you look at the players, the names, and you think, wow, it would be impossible to beat them. But it is possible to beat them because you are not in the dressing room every day. The life in the dressing room, as you know, because you've been there before, it's not simple. A game is when they play every 3 days, on the Saturday, on the midweek, in the European Cup games. It's something, but most of the time you spend it at the training ground with your teammates, and this is where you build your strengths. This is where you build your winning streak. Is there the mentality, the how you get on with each other, and for Paris, for example, there's a problem right now with Mbappé because he's unhappy, sitting next to Neymar and Messi, because since the beginning of the season they have been amazing, Messi and Neymar, and we don't talk much about Mbappé. So he's talking about leaving the club, and I don't really understand that, because I've always been told that the club is always bigger than the player, and it seems right now that sometimes players are bigger than clubs, and I don't really agree with that.
Well, when you look at it now with Mbappé, though, what would you feel like if he was a teammate of his, David? Of how he feels that maybe he's been given a license bigger than the club.
Yeah, well, I think it's very difficult because, as I said about the club being bigger than the players, it's really important because if Mbappé is leaving at the end of the year of this season, I mean, other players will come to the club and life will carry on. It's like that, and football will carry on, and he will play for another club. But you just have to think about the future, and Paris' future is with Mbappé, because he's only 23 years old, and at 23 you've got another 10 years and more to play for a club. And as if you think about some clubs like Barcelona, they secure Messi for many, many years, and he left the club, he was 34, 45. So I don't understand why they don't make sure that Mbappé will feel happy at the club, and think about.
You do everything, David, to keep him happy. You do everything to keep him happy because he is a superstar. So, David, Gabby alongside me. He had a couple of glasses of wine, but he did say in the last 50 years. He said in the last 15. He said in the last 50 years, David, he was the best left-sided forward player for Aston Villa.
This guy.
He said he was the best left-sided. I said no.
Who said that?
Gabby Agbonlahor. I said no. Mes amis David Ginola.
Gabby who? I don't really get this.
David, you know who's coming on tomorrow? He used to do your boots. He used to clean your boots at Tottenham. Peter Crouch is coming on with us tomorrow. Crouchy.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. I know Peter. It was amazing. When I saw the guy for the first time, I said, what are you doing here? I'm a football player. I said, are you sure? Because NBA is across the Atlantic. You should. But you know what? He was a super guy, and he is a super guy, and he amazed me so much on a football pitch, because I haven't seen a guy made like him. Playing the football he did. I mean, he was skillful, he was good everywhere, he was strong, and it was a big surprise. Like Gabby is a fantastic player, and I'm not saying that because he's there. I always say what I'm thinking, but I'm still the best anyway on the left-hand side.
So, easy for you.
Anything you can do on the football pitch, I can do even more.
David, before you go, what's your favorite rosé from Provençal?
Is a rosé or de chez Minuti, Gassin, chez moi, in Ramatuelle, in Saint-Tropez. Rosé or from Château Minuti.
Chateau Miniti, okay, brilliant.
Yeah, you will like that. But listen, Alan. It's 9:15 in the morning. Yeah. You can't drink at this time of the day.
Oh no, David, you're 10:17. You're 1 hour ahead.
You used to take me at 10 o'clock to drink champagne in the pub. Alan, I am French. Bring me croissant, pain au chocolat, coffee. But please, champagne at 10 o'clock in the morning, I can't.
David, we're only here for a visit. You enjoy yourself, David. Great to talk.
Top man,
you
David.
too, guys.
Au revoir, à bientôt, David. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Nice
Bye.
one.
Take care.
There you go, Ginola.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.